Morning kids, this is Trevor. We'll do a small little tutorial today covering off the Kano operating system. So I've just booted up the Kano on the Raspberry Pi. This is Kano OS, which is a Linux-based operating system designed for kids, part of the Kano kit. I've just booted it up and there's your desktop that's come up in front of you. Okay, let's say okay on the screen. Now I'll just make sure that we're connected. I'll just check the sound settings, as I find that every time I reboot the Kano OS, it changes the audio settings for me. There you go. And I need to change it from speaker to TV, because by default Kano wants to send the audio signals to the speaker. It assumes that you've got a speaker connected, but in our case we're using a television with HDMI. So I'll close that off. I don't want to reboot now, but you can see as soon as I've done that, as soon as I've made the change, you can now hear the sound. So this is the Kano operating system interface. It's one of the best interfaces I've seen, operating system interfaces I've seen for kids. Definitely a lot of thought and effort has gone into designing of the interface. A beautiful set of applications. You've got a lot of applications here on the screen, and we'll cover off a couple of them. But very simply speaking, here's your settings. You click on this to change your settings. I won't touch any of them right now. There's keyboard, mouse, audio, display, Wi-Fi if you want to connect to Wi-Fi or change your Wi-Fi settings, Bluetooth, account, so on and so forth. I won't change any of this right now. We've already done config. We've changed the configuration and we've set it up in our previous video. Here's your sound, increase or decrease the sound. And here is basically a Wi-Fi connection to show you what Wi-Fi you connected to. You got a whole lot of apps on the screen. There's story mode on the side, and I'll come to that a bit later. And you can scroll through the different apps by just clicking on these little tiles over here. So some interesting applications. You have YouTube. So if you want to watch YouTube, parents can also impose parental controls. So that's a level of additional security that you can impose while using the Kano kit. Kano has included a couple of applications, Pixel kit and the Make Light kit. Let's just quickly open it up. So these are applications that Kano have designed to work with their own hardware. So this is part of Make Light, is part of the Make Light application allows you to use the LEDs or NeoPixels that come along with the Kano OS kit. So you can write your own code. They've got different challenges. You can step through the different challenges, write code and light it up in different ways, light up different colors, light up different LEDs, so on and so forth. We won't dive into that right now. Obviously we don't have, all I'm doing is I'm using the default Kano OS on a normal Raspberry Pi, so I don't have the Kano OS kit with me as such. That's your internet browser. You can browse applications, connect to the internet, just like any other web browser. I'll let that load now. Clean desktop, clean user interface, minimum number of applications, very easy to use, and very, very well designed, very thoughtful design. So you'll see your familiar YouTube interface loading up. There you go. So that's just my Google page that's loaded up for me. There you go. You can click on any video and it will display. this is playing off a small little $55 Raspberry Pi. There you go. That's just showing you that the internet works, and this is the Google Chromium browser that they've included. Let's go back. Let's look at some of the other applications. So here's your Harry Potter kit. This is the application that lets you use the Harry Potter kit. Here's the application that enables you to use the motion kit. So these are applications that come out of the box with Kano OS that are designed to help you step through the different tutorials and learn how to use the different devices that Kano OS provides you. And each of these can be purchased separately as well. The Pixel kit, the Harry Potter kit, the Make Light kit, and the Motion kit. Whole lot of applications if you want to learn coding. Code Academy, they have an application included for Code Academy. Sonic Pi, again, programming for music and creating music on your computer, something that you can check out as well. Google Maps, LibreOffice, which is an open source office, Midori, which is another browser, games, Google Drive, LeafPad for taking notes, Gmail, and Genie for writing code. More applications. If you are into gaming, there's a lot of applications. A lot of games, many different choices. You can download additional games, and I'll show you how. If you click on the App Store, it will connect to the Kano OS App Store and gives you the opportunity to browse through applications and download them. So there you go. It's opened up a browser. It's connecting to the Kano OS. There you go. It's having trouble loading, but it should load. Yeah. It's trying to load the Kano OS store so that it can give you a view of the applications, and then you can download them. So there you have the Kano OS store with all these applications in front of you. I've installed most of them, but just to show you how you would go about installing applications, you go in and click install, and the application installs. So as simple as that. So that was the installation of additional applications. A lot of the learning in Kano OS has been gamified. But what I mean by that is Kano OS steps you through numerous different challenges, and as you step through them, you learn stuff. For example, let's take make art, for example. So that was a make art introduction. Let's just, there you go. So basically you're drawing with code. So Kano OS has some really lovely applications which give you the ability to actually play around and learn through a gamification process. I won't go into the detail. Let's try the first one. So you see how I've written a line of code and it has painted the screen adjacent on the other side. So you can do a whole lot of interesting stuff. And then it says, let's basically say color yellow. draw a circle. There you go. So you can do a whole lot of fun stuff, create animation, you can create pictures. This is basically an application that allows you to create different kind of images using code. So let's head off. Let's go back to our main dashboard. So what are the other coding apps? There are quite a few other coding apps. If you're into Minecraft, you can learn Minecraft. There's Scratch as well. This is a good old Scratch, which you can use to do a lot of block-based programming, create interesting animations, create games, and here's our good old Scratch. So that's a Scratch guide on the left. There you go. We'll just create a very, very simple program. So we'll get the Scratch cat to keep rotating all the time. There you go. So we've written a simple program in Scratch to keep rotating the Scratch cat indefinitely. You can do some really fun stuff. Scratch has got a lovely, they've got a lot of tutorials online. You can go and check the tutorials out, or if you want to just connect and do Scratch 3, the latest version of Scratch, just connect to the internet, go to the internet, open up the browser, head over to the internet, make sure you got a Wi-Fi connection, and what we will do is we will check out scratch.media.mit. So let's search for Scratch. There you go. And I'm going to head over to Scratch. So the application that has been loaded as part of the operating system is Scratch 2. And Scratch 2 is what ships with Kano OS, but if you want to program in Scratch 3, which is what we would advise you to do, is just head over to scratch.mit.edu and start coding in Scratch 3. As simple as that. There you go, and it's loading up the Scratch interface, the Scratch coding interface. It's taking a while, but it'll load up. There you go, and you've got the same old familiar blocks on the left, but a newly designed and a beautifully designed Scratch 3 coding interface. Head out of, close this one, head out of this. Many different applications that have been presented and that are available for you to learn, for kids to learn different computing concepts through gamification. There's a lovely little game over here called Story Mode. I won't go into this right now, probably in another tutorial, but Story Mode allows you to explore different computer science concepts while actually playing a game. Lots of stuff to learn, lots of interesting applications, very engaging, beautifully designed, and highly recommended. So hope you check it out. Hope you make use of, you can download the Kano OS. We'll give you the link on the tutorials. Head over to Kano OS, download it, or go directly to Kano, the Kano OS site, the Kano website, and grab a Kano kit and build one yourself. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Have fun, happy hacking, and have a wonderful day. Speak soon. Cheers.